Okay, so if you love to play with brown toned makeup, glossy lips, smoked out eyes, basically that soft Desi Baddie energy, then this is your sign to try Miss Lara Raj's style of makeup. I'm starting off by priming my face, and for that I'm using two types of primers today. For my cheeks and my forehead, I'm using a pore minimizing primer, the one that helps with your texture as I have pretty textured skin there. And for around my nose, I'm using an oil controlling primer. As you can see, I'm blessed with a lot of hyperpigmentation on my forehead and around my mouth. So I'm using an orange color corrector to neutralize it. Using whatever corrector that is left on my brush underneath my eyes as well. Now I don't want my corrector to mix with my foundation, so I'm lightly setting it with some loose setting powder. If you have observed her base, then you would have noticed that her base gives a very skin-like, basically my skin but better. So to achieve that finish, I'm using Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte Foundation. The shade 330 runs a little orange on me though, so I've mixed it with some blue pigment to neutralize it. Honestly, Lara Raj's makeup is dark feminine at its core with soft grunge accents, Y2K sultriness, and that 2016's Instagram baddie glam. She's not doing that clean girl or coquette makeup, but she's not leaning into that Insta baddie lane entirely too. Her makeup is an amalgamation of many elements rather. Miss Lara basically lives in neutral color palette. I have never seen her in neons, pastels, or any candy colors. She always aces that brown and taupe smoky eyes, glossy or satin lips in those nude brown tones, and bronze complexion, which is very reminiscent of early 2000s red carpet glam. So I would say her makeup look is a recipe if you want to look hot and sultry. So take notes from Miss Lara. As I said earlier, she does not go into that Insta baddie lane entirely, but she definitely draws inferences from there. Her makeup always gives snatched, so to achieve that I'm using this e.l.f. contour wand, and see how I'm placing my contour pretty high on my cheekbone and just beneath my jawline. You don't place it on top of the jawline. While blending the contour on my cheekbone, I always make it sure that I'm blending it in a straight line and not dragging it downward. I'm blending my contour all the way into my hairline and up to my temple, so that I don't see any harsh line and any clear demarcation, but on the jawline we blend our contour in the downward direction. To negate any harsh line, I like to go over with my foundation brush over my contour. Your contour should not be in your face, it should look marinated in your skin. To contour my nose, I'm taking this fluffy eyeshadow brush. If you find it very hard to contour your nose, the easiest way to do it is to connect the bridge of your nose to your brows. It's the easiest and most effective way to add structure to your nose without looking over. I hope I'm looking snatched enough. I think we have established by now that her base is pretty skin-like and we don't see usage of very light concealer like that typical baddie makeup. So I'm using a concealer which is very close to my skin tone. I'm avoiding any unnecessary layering, using it only underneath my eyes and a little around my mouth. You would know that conventionally we do our blush before our concealer, but for this particular look I'm doing my concealer prior to my blush. Lara uses a pretty high blush placement, the one that you see in Korean makeup usually. Her blush does not go inward more than the outer third of her eye and below the nose. So essentially we are keeping it pretty high on our cheekbone and blending it towards the temple. Before I set my under eyes, I'm going to set them for one last time to avoid any creasing. Since my foundation has that Lumi matte finish, I don't want my base to look overly matte. So I'm just going to set the center of my face where I get oily mostly, and of course underneath my eyes. But if you're using a puff, then always make it sure that you're evening out the powder on puff by rubbing it on your hand. This is going to avoid any patches. To add that 2000s bronzy sun-kissed look, I'm using this super bronzer from Makeup Revolution. I'm dusting it lightly on my forehead, along my jawline and my cheekbones. This is really going to bring back that warmth to our face. Okay, I'm not really a highlighter person, but this one has me in awe. I could not really see any particles in it. It just adds that glass sheen to your skin. But still, I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to place it a little on my nose and a little to highlight my cheekbones. I generally steer away from highlighters because they emphasize my textured skin. But do you see this one? It just melts right into my skin. It doesn't look overdone. And it might not be captured on camera, but it does not emphasize my textured skin. Lara keeps her brows pretty thin and lightly filled. You don't see those heavily filled, thick block brows. An important element of Insta Baddie makeup, clearly not getting followed here. To lightly fill in my brows, I'm using a dark grayish brow powder using an angled eyeliner brush for that precise application. You can use an eyebrow pencil as well, it works pretty well. To prep my lids for the eye makeup, I'm using my regular concealer as my base, setting it lightly with some loose powder so that it does not crease. If you have observed Lara's eye makeup, then it's always that messy brown smoked out eyes with smudged kohl and winged liner, giving her that grunge accent. So I'm using my liquid contour as base color for this eye look. I'm literally stamping it on my lid space with a flat eyeshadow brush, taking it slightly above my natural crease since I have hooded eyes. And see how I'm blending it upward and outward. The goal here is to create an elongated eye look. I want the color to be a little more intense, so I am depositing a little more contour there. Next, I'm using this dark cool brown eyeshadow Mehndi from the Mars Jashn-e Shringar eyeshadow palette. I'm keeping the placement of this one pretty precise, close to my lash line and below my natural crease. Next, I'm using my bronzer to blend that dark brown eyeshadow further so that we don't see any harsh line and rather a cohesive blended look. I'm smudging the same dark brown eyeshadow on my lower lash line as well using a small eyeshadow brush. Next, I'm taking a golden highlighter on a flat brush and placing it on the inner third of my eye. You can use a golden or coppery eyeshadow as well. That is going to work better. I realized it later on. And now comes the favorite thing of Desi Baddies, kohl. Take the blackest kajal that you own and tightline your lower lash line and waterline nicely. It can be a little messy, you don't need to be very clean, and of course don't forget to tightline your upper lash line. Do you see how kohl make your eyes stand out? Next, using a flat angle liner brush, I'm extending my inner corner, one of the crucial thing about this look. Next, I'm just going to create a nice wing. Now, as you can see, I have pretty hooded eyes, so I'm going to keep my wing pretty thin. I don't like a very thick wing on my eyes. And for that, I'm using a gel liner with a thin angled brush. If you have hooded eyes like me, always keep your eyes open while drawing the wing and see how I'm extending my lower lash line. That is, I'm using the angle of my lower lash line. And gradually you can increase the thickness of your wing like the way I'm doing here. To make my wing very sharp, I like to use my finger like this. Do you see that? Not a nice and professional way of doing it, but I think it's practical enough, so why not? I think our wing is looking nice and pretty. Next, I'm just going to give a nice coat of mascara to my lashes. I'm focusing more on my outer lashes though for that elongated cat eye look. I've used half lashes too to further elevate this eye look. Maybe I have blush blindness, but I can't see much of my blush here. I don't know, it has just disappeared maybe. So I'm going to build it again. And one thing that I forgot to mention earlier, for this particular look, I'm taking my blush all the way up to the outer third of my lash line. Now it's looking prettier. What do we think? Eyes and lips is where you see that dark feminine baddie accent. So for the lip combo, I'm using this light warm brown lip liner as the base color to cover the hyperpigmentation of my lips. Contrast and depth is the core of this lip combo. So a dark brown lip liner is a non-negotiable here. Now Lara loves to overline her lips, but I don't like it on myself, so I'm going to skip that. But I'm slightly diffusing my lip liner using a pencil brush to create that ombre gradient. Typically you need to use a light peachy color in the center of your lips, but my lip pigmentation is such that it's giving me that effect. So I'm going to skip that, but you can definitely use a lip color. I think we are nailing the lip combo pretty good so far, and now comes my favorite part, the lip gloss. So I'm giving a generous coat of this clear gloss from e.l.f. To make that gradient even more prominent, I'm lining my lips with a black kohl over my lip gloss, and it's not going to overpower you guys. There is a consistent uniformity across her looks. Our girl never forgets to incorporate Indian elements like bindi, mehendi, or Indian jewelry like mang tika, nose ring, claiming her Indian baddie aesthetic. So I have also added a nice crystal bindi and mang tika, and this is how our finished look has turned out. I personally love the way this look has turned out. Do let me know what do you all think. This is it for today's video. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Till then, bye.